Good evening. We bring you live updates on a tragic plane crash that occurred in Brazil. At least 61 people have lost their lives after a passenger plane crashed outside Sao Paulo. The plane, traveling from Cascavel, crashed in a residential area in Vinhedo. Authorities have located the black box flight recorder, which will be crucial in determining the cause of this disaster. In this report, we will cover the crash details, victim identification, investigation efforts, government response, and eyewitness accounts. Stay tuned as we provide you with comprehensive coverage on this heartbreaking event. A passenger plane crashed outside Sao Paulo, Brazil, killing at least 61 people. This tragic incident occurred on a Friday afternoon in the residential area of Vinhedo. The plane, operated by Voipass, was on a scheduled flight from Cascavel to Sao Paulo. Authorities have found the black box flight recorder at the crash site, crucial for determining the cause of this disaster. The plane had been cruising at 17,000 feet when it suddenly dropped nearly 17,000 feet in just 1 minute. Upon impact, the aircraft crashed into multiple houses, but fortunately, no one on the ground was killed. Dramatic social media videos captured the horrific moment the plane fell from the sky, followed by a plume of gray smoke rising. According to witnesses, the plane spun before crashing. Emergency personnel are working on the site to manage the wreckage and begin the process of recovery. The death toll stands at 61, comprised of 57 passengers and 4 crew members. As we move forward, more information will be shared as authorities continue their investigation. As the recovery efforts continue, a medical team is diligently working to identify all victims from the plane crash. São Paulo's Security Secretary, Guilherme Derrite, has emphasized the complex nature of this task, noting that many victims' remains are too badly burned for visual identification. The Central Forensic Medical Institute has devoted all its resources exclusively to this case. Authorities are urging families to provide any accessible medical documentation, such as radiological or dental records, to assist with identification efforts. Concurrently, officials are reaching out to the families of passengers to inform them and gather necessary information. The names of the crash victims are expected to be released soon. Crisis support teams are also on hand, offering support to grieving families, ensuring they receive the care and communication they need during this difficult time. This somber task is ongoing as efforts are made to bring closure to the families affected by this tragedy. Investigative teams are working tirelessly to uncover the cause behind this tragic plane crash. Authorities confirm that multiple agencies, including the Brazilian Air Force, are involved in the meticulous examination of the accident site. Crucially, the black box has been recovered, offering vital clues that may help determine what led to this catastrophe. Experts believe the data recorded in the black box will shed light on the final moments of the flight. The team is focused on piecing together every fragment of information to provide a comprehensive understanding of the incident. As the investigation proceeds, authorities are committed to keeping the public informed about any new findings. This tragedy has not only spurred intense scrutiny, but also highlighted the painstaking efforts involved in ensuring aviation safety. The world watches closely as Brazil comes to terms with this devastating loss, hopeful for answers and future preventative measures. In response to the tragic plane crash in Vinhedo, Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva has declared 3 days of national mourning. This official period of mourning is also being observed by the governor of São Paulo, Tarcísio de Freitas, and the Vinhedo City Hall, as they honor the 61 victims who lost their lives. Statements from these officials highlight the gravity of the tragedy and emphasize the government's solidarity with the affected families. The United States Embassy in Brazil has also expressed its condolences to the families of those who perished. As the country grieves, the focus remains on supporting the families and uncovering the cause of this devastating accident. Eyewitnesses recounted the harrowing moments leading up to the crash. Nathalie Sicari, one of the witnesses, described hearing a loud noise that she initially thought was a drone, only to look up and see the plane spinning uncontrollably. She recalls ducking just before the plane crashed. Felipe Magalhães, another resident, shared that his first instinct was to help elderly neighbors evacuate their house, despite the chaos and the imminent crash landing. These personal accounts are further corroborated by dramatic social media videos capturing the plane's descent and the subsequent plume of smoke rising from the crash site. The vivid descriptions and videos add a heartbreaking human element to this tragic event as the entire community grapples with the aftermath. In summary, a tragic plane crash in Vinhedo, Brazil, has claimed the lives of at least 61 people. Investigations are ongoing, and the government has declared a period of mourning. Stay tuned for more updates as the investigation continues.